last time I think I saw you, Jesse, was right here in this spot. You interviewed me for Beauty and the Beast in June of 2019 here at the glorious Paper Mill Playhouse, and time flies, and here we are again.
So, what have you been up to in the pandemic?
Well, the pandemic was pretty hard for me, as same as every other actor. There was, absolutely no work. Actually, Paper Mill's Beauty and the Beast was the last sort of theatre job I did before the pandemic, and so didn't work a lot. I actually went and moved to the Midwest with to my wife's family for a good 9 months, and then of course I got Beauty and the Beast in London. So I then, after the pandemic, I went across the pond to the UK and did the brand new Disney production of Beauty and the Beast, playing Lumiere, and got back in middle of September and started rehearsing for Sound of Music beginning of November. So it's been really nice to come back from the UK after a year and slot straight into a lovely show.
Now, when you did Beauty and the Beast here, you had LED candle sticks.
Yeah, candlesticks,
Yeah, LED.
LED.
They were, oh sorry, yes. Yeah, here they were LED, but in the Disney production...
But when you moved to England, you had this reimagined new show.
That's right.
So, what was reimagined about that?
Well, what Disney decided to do, they took the original creatives, so the director choreographer Matt West, the original costume designer, the original set designer, all the originals came back to the show after 30 years, because of course it premiered on Broadway 30 years ago, and they all came up with a brand new concept. So nothing about the Disney production of Beauty and the Beast now that's in the UK and is about to go to Australia and is eventually, fingers crossed, going to come to Broadway. None of it looks the same as the original Broadway production. So every single costume is different. The set's very, very different. The whole concept of the Beast's castle is very different from that original Broadway production. But as Lumiere, I'm pleased to say, just like the original, I still have real flames. So that was fun to be the guy with the kind of gimmicky costume again. I tend to do that quite a lot, but to have those flames that you could just like punctuate every joke with a woof of real flame was really cool. And I dipped my toe in playing that role here at Paper Mill, and then to get to play it for over a year over in the UK was fabulous. And fingers crossed I get to play it again sometime in the future.
If it comes back, will you go with it?
Well, nothing's set in stone, but one of the reasons I went to start this brand new production over in the UK was to hopefully then get offered the role when it eventually comes to Broadway. But there's no definite time for it to come yet. If it ends up being many, many, many years' time, I'll just be too old to play Lumiere. But so fingers crossed, I get to put the candles back on at some point in maybe 2 years' time, 3 years' time. Who knows?
Yeah. This is your first art and black role.
This is?
Yeah. Do you enjoy not having a gimmick for once and just singing without a gimmick?
Yeah, it's strange for me because if I look back at my career, I'd say at least 95% of all the jobs I've done, I've had tap shoes on my feet.
Yeah.
So,
or you have...
I tap dance upside down, or I have extra legs, as in SpongeBob, or I have candles on my hand.
Or green fingers.
Or I have green fingers for the Grinch, yes, well done. So yeah, this is different for me. No dancing, no pressure, because there's no dancing, there's just a couple of songs. Randomly, the part I'm playing, the 2 songs I get to be involved in aren't in the movie, so they're not even well-known songs.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling Mom. A lot of people don't know these because they're not very well not many productions use these
Yep.
because they're not very well known.
Yeah, yeah.
Some productions just cut them out.
Yeah, I think people are surprised when they come and see a production of Sound of Music, because when they then adapted the stage show onto film, they moved a lot of the songs around.
Yeah.
Like you might have been watching today, and Favorite Things, which is
Yeah.
one of the best songs in the show, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously in the movie,
In
Maria
the-
sings it with the kids
In the bed.
in the bedroom, whereas in the stage version, in the bedroom they sing Lonely Goat Herd, and it's actually Mother Abbess and Maria that get to sing Favourite Things,
Yeah.
which I didn't realise till I was in rehearsals. I went, oh, they're singing it, okay. And so it is very different from the movie, but if you love the movie, you're still going to come to the stage show and see the stage show and absolutely love it, because it is Sound of Music and it's so iconic.
What are you doing next?
Well, I'd love to say, Jesse, I have 10 shows lined up, but as always, being an actor, it never gets any easier. So we've actually finished here on the 1st of January, and there's not really much in the pipeline. I've just landed a commercial, which is my first commercial. So, so I'm filming that at the first week of January, and I'm being cast as a butler. And I think the reason I got the role is because of this little thing here. This is my Uncle Mac's moustache and my Uncle Mac's parting. And my wife doesn't really like it, but it's just landed me a commercial on TV. So I think it's going to be staying for a while, because it seems to be getting me the jobs.
Anything else you want to promote?
No, I just, I hopefully in the next few weeks I'm going to book somewhere in New York City to do my Fred Astaire show, which actually, the first time I did, I did a solo Fred Astaire show during lockdown, and Paper Mill was where I premiered it, when they had the Brookside Cabaret outside, when we couldn't have the theatre open. I did my Fred Astaire show there a couple of times, and I came back about 10 months later, and I did it in London when I was there with Beauty and the Beast. So I'm going to book that in somewhere in New York, a good cabaret room, just to get to do that Fred Astaire show in New York, because I love Fred Astaire. So that's something I'm going to concentrate on. And who knows, Jesse, next time I do an interview with you, it could be in any theatre, in any part of the country, playing any role. Probably with tap shoes on again, but you never know.
You sound exactly like Simon Cowell.
You think so?
And you could have a voiceover, honestly. You could. Honestly, if there's an opportunity there.
I'm happy to be on X Factor anytime you want.
I just want to thank you for doing this.
Jesse, it's always a pleasure seeing you. You're always so great at supporting me and theatre and the Paper Mill, and so it's lovely to see you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. See you next time on the Jesse Walker Show.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.